we're on. Is it working? Do I begin? Do I start? Okay. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again. I hope everybody is well and that you guys are doing well and that you guys are excited to see me again. Anyway, today what I wanted to talk about is actually something not so cheerful, I think. And that is the victim triangle. And it's an idea that was introduced by a student of Eric Berne, the late and great Eric Berne. And that is basically that there are three types of people in every situation in life, in every scenario in life. And the first type is the rescuer. The second type is the victim, and then the third type is the persecutor. So the victim is here, persecutor, and the rescuer. And so basically I just want to unpack what all of them stand for, what it means to be every single one of them. We've all been one of them at some point in our lives. We've all been one of them to other people at some point in our lives. And so this is just something that, it was a concept I came across when I was doing the course that I told you guys I did on life coaching, and it just stood out for me because I realized this is so true of all of us, honestly. And you become the different types of people or the different characters based on your perception of what the situation is or what is happening around you, and so we act accordingly. And so number one is the victim. Everything wrong, everything that could possibly go wrong always happens to this person. Why is life like this? Why am I always being the one hurt? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to make light of that, but this is somebody who, it's always poor me, I'm so powerless, I need somebody to come and rescue me, I need somebody to get me out of this. And like I said, I'm not making light of this. We've all been or seen ourselves as victims, we've all been victims in life. But this is somebody who's not trying to get out of that rut. This is somebody who's not trying to get out of that hole. This is somebody who's not actively getting out and getting better and healing and seeing things differently. This is somebody who's sitting there waiting for somebody to come and rescue them, waiting for somebody to give them a big break, waiting for life to change, for them to have a better experience of their world. And yes, people will victimize you, life will victimize you. But that doesn't mean you have to sit down and take it and allow yourself to be the victim. And basically you allowing yourself or admitting to yourself that you are the victim in this situation is you admitting that you are powerless. And again, like I keep saying, guys, I understand we go through things. People put us through things. We get hurt. We get disappointed. And that's all a part of life. It's normal. But my point is to not sit there and victimize yourself and now start seeing your world and seeing life from the standpoint of a victim. That everything that happens, it's just, oh, poor me, it's just why me, when will I ever catch a break? You don't see life that way, and that's what the victim is in this triangle. The victim is always just, poor me, I need somebody to come and save me, I need somebody to help me, I can't do this on my own, I need somebody else to do it for me. And only you have the power to reach into yourself and save yourself. The person that you're looking for to come on a white horse to save you is yourself, honey. You need to pick yourself up and realize, okay, look, I got me. I'm responsible for me. Nobody else is responsible for me. And if I want to live a better life and I want to be a better person and I want to heal, I need to take the steps to make it happen for myself. And I know that sometimes it's really hard. People go through really, really hard things. But sitting there and waiting for the person who hurt you to come and help you heal, you're going to be waiting for an eternity, guys. You're going to be waiting for an eternity. Because most of the time, yes, people can be really cruel and very mean and hurt you deliberately. But sometimes I'm out here trying to live my own life and it hurts you and it offends you in some way. And I'm not even aware of it. And so you're sitting there now and it's altered your whole being. It's altered your whole outlook on life. And I'm not even aware of it. So I can't even come to you and say, you know what, I'm sorry, girl, I didn't mean to do that to you. I didn't mean for things to happen this way. So what you need to realize is that the longer you choose to hold on to your hurts and your disappointments, it's now you hurting yourself. It's not that person anymore, because that person has done what they did. They might never come back to say they're sorry. They might never come back to make things right, but it's your choice to choose to live differently. It's up to you to choose a better life for yourself and a better paradigm actually for yourself, to think differently of yourself, to see yourself as the powerful being that you are, and walk in that and take the necessary steps that you need to heal, to become whole again, so that you can live a victorious life. The second type of person is the rescuer. We all know somebody who's always trying to play hero in somebody else's story. We've all done it. We've all tried to be the ones who rescue people and make them feel better and make them live a better life. And if we're compassionate people by nature, we get sucked into this hole where we're always saving somebody, we're always off doing something for somebody else, we're always giving of ourselves. And we end up spent because we're trying so much to be the rescuer. We're trying so much to help everybody else that honestly we never get time to look at our own lives and rescue our own selves. And rescuers are, if you have a bit of a lower self-esteem, you kind of do become a rescuer because you want to be needed. You love being needed. You love feeling important in people's lives. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be needed and wanting to be appreciated, as long as it's coming from a healthy perspective of, you know what, I'm here when you need me, but honey, I got my own things too to deal with, So the rescuer is that person, always trying to be needed, always trying to be seen as this wonderful person in people's eyes. You can do no wrong. You want people to always have the most positive things to say about you. Nobody should ever have any kind of complaints about you because you're a good person. You're always there for people. You come through for people. And unfortunately, it becomes an unhealthy cycle between the victim and the rescuer, because the rescuer keeps the victim dependent because they need to be needed. And the victim loves that attention because they thrive on somebody's always going to be there for me, somebody's always going to come through for me, somebody will always have a helping hand to lend me. And so they become very toxic for each other. And these people are both coming from a very broken paradigm. And like I said, we've all been these people in somebody's life, in our own lives at some point or another in our lives. And this is just about making you realize which one you have the most inclination to leaning towards, and understanding why, and dealing with whatever it is that needs to be dealt with, so that you can be a rescuer, or you can be a good person, you can be a person that's there for people, but from a healthy perspective, And yes, realizing also sometimes that, okay, in this situation I am being victimized, but oh no honey, I'm not the victim, So that's what this is all about. It's just to help open our eyes to seeing that sometimes really well-meaning behavior can actually end up being very toxic and not really benefiting anybody, whether it's the victim or even the rescuer. It doesn't benefit anybody, it just drains from you. And so that's what this is about. I'm not trying to attack anybody, I'm not coming for anybody, but I'm here to help us live our best lives and to become our very best versions. And sometimes you have to dig up and deal with some painful things and look at some very painful truths and deal with it and understand, okay, why am I like this? Because some things we learn them from early childhood. You might have had a parent that was dependent on you. You might have had a friend that always was just down in the dumps all the time, and you had to learn to, or you were that person, and you've been draining your friend or your sister or your whoever who always feels, I need to rescue you, I need to come through for you. And it's not fair. It's honestly not fair on you and the people that you're in relationship with. So that's all this is coming from, a very good place. And then the last one is the persecutor. We all know that person who always finds something wrong with everybody, who's always blaming, who's overly critical, who could do things better than everybody else in the world. You try something, oh, why did you do that? Or why are you wearing that? Or you look ugly in that, or oh, you're too loud, or whatever. Somebody who's always criticizing, always finding fault in everything and in everyone. We need to realize that this is also coming from a broken place. This person is probably somebody who grew up or was in an environment where they were constantly criticized and constantly being shown what is wrong with them, and they don't know how to do anything different. They don't know that, oh, what I'm actually doing is wrong. I thought I was helping, because people do have that. People have this mentality that being hard on you is me helping you, or me showing you everything that's possibly wrong with you or with your life or with what you're doing is me actually helping you to better yourself. They just do it in a very distorted sense, in a very not helpful way. But some people don't realize that. Yes, there are some people that are just vindictive and evil, but there's people that do it with the perception of, I'm actually trying to help, and they get offended when you tell them, but I feel like you're attacking me, and you're like, you are attacking me, and they're like, I'm trying to help you, you're so unappreciative and whatever, and that just causes more and more hurt for everybody involved. So basically what I'm saying about the persecutor is that you cannot possibly always be seeing everything that's wrong with everybody and think that you are right. That's the other thing with persecutors, is that you are wrong, they are right, they know better, and they'll criticize you for disagreeing with their opinion. They'll criticize you for choosing something different to what they might have advised that you do. But that is also coming from a place of hurt. That's coming from a place of you always want to be in control of everything. And if you can't, you become hard and you become critical and you become mean. And we all know somebody like that. And I feel like I said, we've all been this person at some point in our lives. And again, it's just about doing the groundwork, understanding, why am I like this? Why do I keep choosing to be like this? Do I want to be like this forever? Has me being this way actually benefited any of my relationships? Has it made them any better? Has it made me any better? Do people like being around me, or do they run away from me every time I come along? And why? And just deal with those things, do the groundwork, like I said. So basically, having said all that, in the general scheme of things, you are not a victim. You are never a victim, ever, 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 ever. You are powerful. You have within you so much greatness that, you know what, situations can happen and you can just be like, okay, that hurt and that was unfair and I wouldn't have chosen to go through it, but you know what, it's okay, I'm gonna deal with this, I'm gonna deal with myself, I'm gonna heal so that I don't repeat the cycle, so that I don't become a victim or become a rescuer or become a persecutor, because no one is coming to save you. Nobody's coming to rescue you, honey. And if you're waiting for a hero, a knight in shining armor, you're going to be waiting a very, 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 very long time, because we're all out here just trying our best. We're all out here just trying to be the best people we can be. We're all out here trying to heal, trying to deal with our things as well. And so I can't be dealing with me and still have to come save you, honey. No, that it doesn't work that way. And it shouldn't be expected, actually, in healthy relationships. Honey, you are responsible for you and I'm responsible for me, and we come together and make magic. That's how it works. And so that stands to reason as well, that you can't be the rescuer. You can't go out of your way to be rescuing people, saving people, always and forever being the knight in shining armor. Nobody can be that, and you can't sustain that. It will drain you, and I'm sure it already has been draining you. And the people in your relationship, it drains them too, because you know what? When you don't allow people to take responsibility for their own lives, and you don't allow people to take responsibility for the choices that they make, you are not helping them. You're enabling bad and toxic behaviors. That is not helping cultivate them. And the way I see it is, you don't love them. If you don't love me enough to look me dead straight in the eye and say, Lebahang, girl, what you're doing is wrong. You need to deal with this. You need to work on this. I feel like you don't love me. If you're allowing me to stay in this toxic behavior that you can see is destroying me, and you don't say anything, you just keep swooping in to save me all the time, and you don't give me the kind of responsibility for myself and to feel powerful in my own right, to be like, oh, you know what, I can do this, I don't need anybody, then I really feel that there's something really wrong in that dynamic, and it's either you don't love this person or you so desperately need acceptance and love that you need people like that in your life, which is not healthy. And then also, you can't always be the persecutor, honey. Like, no, guys. Negative people make themselves sick. As much as they hurt us, you're making yourself sick by trying to be somebody who is trying to correct everybody all the time, who's trying to, my way or the highway kind of person. The kind of person who, no one does it better than me, okay? And if you need it done, call me because you guys do it wrong. You can't be that person and expect to have healthy, budding relationships. It's just not possible. So in closing, basically what I want to say is, guys, we're all dealing with something, and I'm sorry, I know this video was kind of hardcore. I'm really passionate about these things because I'm really passionate about people realizing the greatness that is within them, and realizing actually, as much as we want people around us, we don't need people around us. Having a person reject you or having a person not be there for you is not the end of your life. It's not the end of you. You exist and you survive perfectly fine in yourself, by yourself. And so that's basically what this was about. It was just about helping us see that some things we do them from a good perspective. We come from a good place, but it's not necessarily a good thing. It doesn't benefit anybody, and it's actually toxic, and it's things that we need to deal with, things that we need to heal from, and things that we need to let go of. There will be times life happens where you feel maybe like the victim, like the persecutor, or like the rescuer. But again, just take stock, sit back and be like, okay, wait, why do I always feel like I need to save this person? Why do I always feel like I need to be criticizing these people? And think about, okay, where's this coming from? It's obviously coming from within you, from your own experiences. And be like, okay, let me take a step back. I'm sorry, I need time out. If you need a time out, let people know. If people love you and want to be in relationship with you, they'll respect that, because we all need it. You can't be all things to everybody. And so that's basically where I'm coming from with this video. So guys, having said all that, I said a mouthful, and it's not all nice things, I know, but I hope you guys understand that I'm coming from a place of love. Honestly, I'm coming from a place of encouragement, from a place of healing. And I hope, as much as it might have been hard to hear what I've been saying, that you guys enjoyed spending time with me as much as I enjoyed spending time with you. And I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and press that notification button so that you know every time I upload. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.